Manchester United have just drawn 1-1 with Real Sociedad in the last 16 of the Europa League. Who was your man of the match? What are your thoughts from the game? Obviously, as always, I invite you to have your say in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. It was a little bit of a strange game, wasn't it? It was quite timid. I don't think Sociedad really created that many opportunities. I would probably say we were the better team, but only maybe slightly. And it did just kind of show, didn't it, the difference in La Liga and Premier League. Like, we're a mid-table Premier League side now, and they're a mid-table Spanish side, aren't they? And it's just completely different, the style of play. It's quite slow, it's quite progressive, a lot of passing. They probably had way more possession than us, but probably didn't create that many chances. But the most important thing was we didn't lose. We now go back to Old Trafford. I think, is it next week, the next game? I think it is. It's very soon anyway. And obviously in that game, if we win that, we'll be through to the last 8, which is amazing. It is on the 13th of March. Yeah, so it's next week. We've got Arsenal on Sunday, and then we play Sociedad on Thursday. I'm feeling pretty confident now. I mean, they created next to nothing, really. They had a few chances towards the end of the game. I think we should have probably won that game, really. If Dalot had crossed the ball in the first half, we would have won it, realistically. But yeah, overall, it was an okay match. It wasn't that the most exciting, to be honest. I thought the first half was incredibly boring. Second half, it opened up a little bit, but we're still very timid, very progressive, very defensive display from both sides, really. And I'll be honest, in my match preview, I did say that as long as we don't lose, I'm kind of happy. I think you go there, it's an away fixture, it's a European tie. Don't lose. Hopefully then we go back to Old Trafford and we can try and put on a bit of a performance and we can go through to the next round. That's what we kind of have to hope for here, don't we? Because the Europa League is everything for Manchester United now. It really, really is. And when you look at some of the other teams that have taken part in the other fixtures this evening, right? So if you look at some of the other fixtures, Tottenham lost to AZ Alkmaar. That could be a massive upset. Rangers beat Fenerbahce 3-1 away from home. So Rangers most likely will go through now. I'd be stunned if Fenerbahce go through. Lyon comfortably beat FCSB, the Bucharest side. What else have we got? And then there's quite a few more games that start in a couple of minutes' time. But the point I'm making here is when you look at the competition that's left in this tournament, it's not that difficult. And I think if we can get past Real Sociedad now, we obviously have a very, very good chance, especially if Fenerbahce get knocked out and Tottenham potentially get knocked out. I think our chances go up even higher. So let's try and stay positive. Let's get behind the team. I think it was better today, but we were against a lesser opponent, let's be honest. And yeah, I mean, the goal, the penalty, it was so soft, but that's what it's like in Europe. It really is just not fair in Europe. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's really that much to talk about from this particular game. I don't know what you guys are all feeling. Get some comments in and I'll obviously read them out and we can discuss it. But for me, I haven't really come away with that much to think about. The penalty, I don't think it was a penalty. Dalot should have squared the ball in the first half and we'd have been 1-0 up. Dorgu, I thought was decent again. I thought Lenny Yoro was good. I thought De Ligt was good. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have much negative things to say on this one, but obviously I'd be interested to see what you guys all think. People are saying that Rasmus isn't very good. Philip says it has to be Xerxes or Lenny Yoro for man of the match, which I would agree with. Ellen says we did good. We had some really hard matches for the lads. This is on our captain. I think that's a bit harsh. I mean, that handball was the most soft handball I think I've ever seen in my life. But I don't know. Well, yeah. What else have we got? Remy says, not with this coach, backwards coach. Poor subs and decision making. I mean, who would you have subbed in that game? Look at the bench we had. It was probably the worst bench I think we've ever had in the last decade. Our bench was me, Harrison, Heaven, Amas, Lindelof, Collier and Eriksson. I mean, who would you have brought on? Real Sociedad had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Real Sociedad had 13 players on the bench. We had 6 because we literally have an injury crisis. So I don't know. I think it's a little bit unfair to say, oh, he made bad substitutions and all the rest of it, because, I mean, who else was he going to actually bring on? I think that's a bit harsh. But obviously everyone's entitled to their opinion. If that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. But for me personally, I would take a point away from home against a team like Real Sociedad. They're not the easiest team. I know they've had a bit of a poor season. I know that some people will say that, you know, we should be always beating a team like Real Sociedad, and we haven't actually ever lost to Real Sociedad, so it would have been a disaster. Harry says, what are your thoughts on Onana's performance today? Yeah, I thought he was good today. I'll give credit where credit's due. I thought Onana played well. Thought it was a decent performance. Had a few big saves that he made. Didn't make any mistakes. So fair play to Onana. Let's hope that he builds on this. Rack says, I don't think we'll win the next round. Why? Why not? Let's have some confidence. Let's have a look. So Europa League route to the final. So the route to the final is this. So in the quarterfinal, we'll either play Lyon or Bucharest. So it's going to most likely be Lyon because they beat Bucharest 3-1 tonight. If we get through the quarterfinal, we would then either play Fenerbahce, Rangers, Roma, or Athletic Bilbao. I mean, Fenerbahce are going to be out by the looks of it, so it'll either be Rangers, Roma, or Athletic Bilbao. I don't know where Real Sociedad rank in the kind of tournament's favourites. I assume they're pretty low. Let's have a little look. Europa League winners odds. Let's see what happens. So, I mean, we're being negative here, right? But if you go on any bookies, I've just done a quick search on Google. Real Sociedad are currently the 5th favourites to win the Europa League. The favourites are Tottenham, then Athletic Bilbao, then Man United, then Lazio, then Real Sociedad. So a lot of the teams are... this is the bookies. Obviously, the bookies odds change every single day. But as it stands at the moment, they're the 5th favourite to win the tournament. Let me just check if it's the same on other... If it's the same on other websites. Let's have a look. So the odds... Europa League winners... Yeah, I mean, at the moment, they're the 5th favourites to win the Europa League. So, I don't know. Make of that what you will. I don't think it was a terrible game. I think it was okay. It wasn't enjoyable. It wasn't awful. It was just okay. And I think that's all I can really describe it. But obviously, you guys let me know in the comment section. Sim says this manager is a fraud. He said they sounded different in training. What does that mean? I mean, there's lots of people in the chat upset with Ruben Amorim, which is fine. That's your opinion. I can't tell you what to think or what not to think. I don't think criticising Ruben Amorim is just after that. But obviously that's up to you, innit? If that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. Yeah, I don't really know what to say, to be honest. But yeah. But I'm going to wrap the video up here, guys. Everyone seems a little bit negative tonight, so I'm going to go and relax for a bit. I will be back tomorrow morning as normal. About, what time do I go live? About 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I'll speak to you then. Have a great